All right. Now, a statue of Abraham Lincoln with a freed slave appearing to kneel at his feet that drew objections amid a national reckoning with racial injustice has been removed from its perch in downtown Boston. Workers removed the Emancipation Memorial, also known as Emancipation Group, and the Freedmen's Memorial early Tuesday from a park just off Boston Common, where it was at since 1879. City officials agreed in late June to take the memorial down after complaints and a bitter debate over the design. Mayor Marty Walsh also acknowledged at the time that the statue made residents and visitors alike very uncomfortable. And so this one here just really goes to show you that there's power in numbers, because the petition for its removal garnered 12,000 signatures. And so it's kind of like one of those things, if you believe in something, which I'm really, it's an awful statue.
It's an awful statue. I'm like looking at it like that is horrifying. And it's not the only one in the country like that. There are
That's a replica.
Statues
in DC
where they have like Native Americans and Black people kneeling
at the feet of their colonizers, yes, and their oppressors. Yeah.
It's not even
12,000 people, just 12,000 people signed it. Like, I'm like, that should be 120,000. That should be
but it was good to
1.2 million.
It was good to know that those 12,000 people helped create change.
For sure. No, for sure. You know, situations like this, I think people are frustrated in part because it doesn't even feel historically accurate.
That part.
Abraham Lincoln wasn't this master abolitionist his whole life.
Wasn't.
His views on slavery and Black people and what rights we should have, they did evolve, but that is not.
But that's a Black man kneeling.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing: is usually, you know, a sculpture or a painting would be, you know, you'd think that it was an art form created from somebody posing for it. This never happened. This didn't happen. So this was weird. The imagination of the sculptor, who we should not celebrate in any way, shape, or form. I called up my girlfriend in Boston. I was like, why wasn't there massive outcry to have this statue basically melted down? Oh, I don't know, maybe a year ago, 2 years ago, 10 years ago. It's been up since 1897.
It's been up way too long.
Boston.
But this goes
Boston
back.
has quite a reputation.
They do. It's getting better, but even this, you know.
And on top of that, you think about the Breonna Taylor story we just talked about not too long ago. This is why retaliation is going to come when we put something up, right? Because some people are going to be uncomfortable with that.
Right. Deface that thing right there, okay?
Shout out to Boston, though. You know, the reputation alive. We do know, you know, great people in Boston.
Yes, it's a wonderful city.
The fight, obviously, those 12,000 people there.
Yes. There's great people on both sides, right, Brooke?
Oh, God. I didn't mean it like that.
Okay, guys. Well, today in Black History, we remember Tom Bradley, who was born on this day in 1917. Thomas Bradley was a politician and police officer who served as the 38th mayor of Los Angeles from 1973 to 1993. He was the first and thus far only African-American mayor of Los Angeles. His 20 years in office marks the longest tenure by any mayor in the city's history. Also born today in 1907 is Robert Clifton Weaver. Weaver was an economist, academic, and political administrator. He served as the first United States Secretary of Housing and Urban Development from 1966 to 1968, when the department was newly established by President Lyndon B. Johnson. And that is what happened today in Black History. So I did not know the history of Tom Bradley. I just know that that is my favorite terminal to go to in the airport, because that means that I am going very far internationally.
Yes.
So
any excuse to talk about international travel, Melissa will take.
She's for it.
Because I'm here with you guys right now, presently, physically.
But your mind
in
is
my
in Bali.
mind, I am in Bali. In my mind, I am in Vietnam. I am in Thailand.
I feel like a lot of us have to resort to that because, you know, we've been locked up in our homes for almost a year. Like, we just want to get away somehow. So
Romeo, whenever you see me doing this, it's me saying,
so you're not
go to my
in
happy
Puerto Rico?
place. Go to my happy place. Go to my happy place. You know, happy place. Japanese
You're in Hawaii,
Alps.
you're in Puerto Rico. Those are not international, but they're nice spots.
they're very nice spots.
Yeah, they're very nice spots. They count. They definitely count.
Romeo, I like how you reminded us that it's almost been a year. Like, when you think about it, it really has almost been a year, like inside the house.
It feels like 10. All right.
It does.
Yeah.
All right. Now, another shout out to our YouTube soulmates. You guys are awesome. Today, Renee J., she says, it's sad that as a black person, you not only have to protect yourself against other races, but against your own people as well. Now, One Purpose says, wait, you guys said that an inmate survived a lethal injection but died from the Rona. Yes, that is exactly what we said. And it is, I don't want to say sad, so I won't say that. It is what it is. Now, 818 to the 404 says, Demi, love the look today. Thank you guys so much. Keep on commenting in the chat. I'm going to be shouting you guys out, pulling those good comments, and you will be mentioned live on the show today. Now, former First Lady Michelle Obama was named the most admired woman in the U.S. for the third consecutive year, according to Gallup polling released today. 10% of Americans named Obama as their most admired woman. She is so beautiful. Now, followed by Vice President-elect Kamala Harris, the first woman elected to the office, with 6%. So guess what? I want to see if you guys got a chance to read this. Guess who was the most admired man of 2020?
Trump.
Crazy. Now, he beat out Barack Obama.
I read it. I'm sorry. And it was disgusting. I'm
sorry.
sorry.
In the same room. Melissa,
going to do a pop quiz with a worksheet. Okay.
I feel like we're playing Jeopardy.
It was like
we're playing Jeopardy right now. She's like, Obama.
You know what? It was one of my favorite shows. It was one of my favorite shows, and yeah. Who was Donald Trump?
We should give Melissa a buzzer, okay? Because did you see me? I was like,
listen, it's something about trivia. I promise you, my competitive instincts kick in. I'm like, get out of the way.
Let me give you my dose of trivia.
Buzzer.
Okay.
All right, ladies, let's see. All right, 4 years from now, Vice President-elect Kamala Harris wants to run for president, and so does Michelle Obama. Who would you vote for?
Sora Kamala Harris.
Boom.
It's not happening.
I know it's not. We're having fun here. She started it with Jeopardy.
Okay.
Melissa, where's your buzzer?
I'll let you think of that. I'll let you marinate on that for a minute.
I mean, honestly, I would have to say that I'm gonna have to see Kamala's track record over the next 4 years to make that decision.
I want our soulmates to chime in. Soulmates chime in on that.
Kim, our fifth host, who would you vote for?
Yeah,
we're having fun.
Yeah.
All right, well, moving right along, guys. Naomi, Osaka, and LeBron James have been awarded the Associated Press's Female and Male Athlete of the Year, respectively, both noted for their activism on and off the courts. Naomi Osaka has been outspoken about the socioeconomic effects of the pandemic and the political injustices that occurred this year. Though her third Grand Slam title was a memorable feat, it was her ability to utilize her platform to shine a light on the individuals affected by radical inequality that made a lasting impact. During the U.S. Open, she arrived at each game in a face mask bearing the names of black victims of violence, including Floyd Taylor, Tamir Rice, Elijah McClain, Ahmaud Arbery, Trayvon Martin, and Philando Castile. NBA champion LeBron James has now won AP's Male Athlete of the Year for a record-tying fourth time. This year, James outscored and made more assists than any player in the NBA, became the first player to be NBA Finals MVP for 3 franchises, and moved to number 3 past Kobe Bryant on the all-time scoring list. Not only is he a great leader on the court, but he has spearheaded many off-the-court initiatives as well. His More Than a Vote organization brought together more than 42,000 volunteers to work at polling stations during the November election while pushing for greater turnout amongst black and young voters. James continues to grow his I Promise School and aided students when the pandemic began to impact daily school life. He ensured students received hot meals and even complete meals during the holidays. I know that you're a huge fan of LeBron James, Romeo, so I'm going to give you
I could say so many great things about LeBron James.
LeBron James.
When does he sleep? If you think about that.
No.
First of all, he's a great family man. We don't hear anything negative about his family, right? His sons are doing amazing. His daughter's beautiful. Look, love this dude. From the time he was in Cleveland, had a chance to meet him in 2002 when he was, I think he just came in, 2003. He was a rookie. And had no idea the impact he would have, not just on the NBA, but on the black communities and the world.
Yeah.
You think about the school he put in Akron and how big that was and how important that was. Yet we always like to go back to that shut up and dribble, and look what he did to that statement.
And even thinking about that back with him being so young and how we didn't know, who he was going to become. We knew he was going to be a great basketball player. But even at that point, he was already kind of like, what do you call it when, you're like setting the scene to take care of his boys.
Yeah.
And
You're
they
right.
turned into these massive businessmen. All these people around him, and he was kind of like starting that process.
Yeah.
There was so much going on.
Yeah.
So much good that he does in so many aspects of life. And then Naomi Osaka.
I mean,
Yes.
well, hold on before we go to her. Like LeBron has definitely taken, his entire community with him, on this incredible voyage that's been his professional and personal life. My first time meeting LeBron James was at Super Bowl in Jacksonville, and he asked me to dance. This is way before he's married, people, so don't flip out.
Here we
But he
go.
asked
They
me to
gonna ask
dance,
you
and you
first.
want to know what my response to him was?
What?
I was sitting there on the stage. It was like a paid appearance. I was sitting there on the stage wearing a dress, and he came over and asked me to dance. And I was literally like, honey, they pay me to sit here and look pretty.
Wow.
So, no, thank you. So I said no, okay? I had no idea who he was, and now it's like, womp, womp, womp. But, yeah, no, let's talk about Naomi.
I'm just trying to dance. It's a party.
And real quick, when you think about LeBron, once you go to a different level, sometimes you build a new team because people that come into your life try to shed who was with you in the past. He did not let that happen.
Yeah.
He's like, this is my squad. This is how we're rolling together now. Naomi, so many things I can say about her.
She's
Everything.
so
Stole
young.
my heart after
Everything.
you were
So
open.
Let me read
amazing.
let me read a tweet that she just recently said.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out what time I should move in and how many bags I should pack because I'm really living in some people's heads rent free.
Ooh.
And I was like, yes, sister. She wants all the smoke. Okay. I love how she doesn't let her haters get to her, and she just focuses on the positivity and what her platform is. She realizes how large her platform is. She uses it for, like the greater good of, her global community. She's awesome.
She is
an
awesome.
incredible role model.
She's really, really awesome. And I just want to take you guys back to August after the police shooting of Jacob Blake, where Naomi pretty much, she said that she wasn't going to play. She said, hello, as many of you guys are aware, I was scheduled to play in the semifinals match tomorrow. However, before that, I'm a black woman. So I like how she stands up for causes that she believes in, wearing masks that had all the different names of those that have been killed by police this year. And I love everything that she stands for.
The Williams sisters can pass the torch when they're ready to move on to
Absolutely.
her.
Okay,
for sure.
Serena, I feel like going to be playing up until.
Yeah, she'll probably never stop.
Greatest athlete in the world, okay?
All right, soulmates, on Christmas Day, a post from Aaliyah's verified Instagram account confirmed that the estate has gained the rights to her official YouTube channel. Now, that is control of the visual hub for all things Aaliyah. Her estate is planning to formally launch her channel in 2021. Thank you all for your love and support, the IG caption reads. We are proud to announce that the estate is now in full control of Aaliyah YouTube account 2021. It will be the year of Aaliyah, and we'll see you all in the new year. Excited about this. Remember back in 2001, we did a concert, Powerhouse. I was working for Power 106 one time, and we got the announcement right before Ludacris went on stage and Shaggy, and we were all just so sad, and we showed love for her that night. But prior to that, if y'all want to bring that picture up, Aaliyah and I and some winners know the picture. I know you got the picture of Aaliyah and I. I know you guys have it over there. If you have it, please put it up.
I want to see that.
We took a trip. We actually took a trip
they don't have
to
it.
Moscow, Idaho. It was a promotion trip, and we got on a private jet, and she flew, and she was so hands-on with the winners. It was two of them. She played Nintendo with them. We had lunch together, and she was such an amazing person. I had a chance to hang out with her 2 or 3 times, and people that they still love and miss her today.
People always wonder, what would the careers of Beyonce and Ashanti and all of these other, ingenue R&B songstresses, what would their careers be like if Aaliyah had never died?
Yeah.
I mean, it's that butterfly effect. A butterfly flaps its wings and a tornado happens, or like a typhoon happens and 1,000 miles away. So it would be interesting to kind of see how all of those artists would have had to share space with her, because she was beloved.
She was beloved, but she was also ahead of her time too. There was a music video on the internet the other day. I think it was At First You Don't Succeed. That I forgot what it was, but it was a video that was like in the mind of a motorcycle, but like literally I was today years old, where I figured out like, whoa, like Aaliyah was really like ahead of her time. Like she was amazing. But also
I think that was the influence of
More Than a Woman.
I think that was like
you.
the influence. Yeah.
To the producers, that's what it was.
Can I
More Than a Woman.
Just there's so much stuff about the post Aaliyah's death that's just been so tragic, just compounding. Like her music is not on streaming platforms. I think this started as like a fan YouTube page that somehow YouTube accidentally verified, and this whole time her family, the estate, didn't have control of it. It's just, I think a lot of fans are just constantly wanting to support her, and in so many ways we're not able to.
Yeah,
I was just
her
going to say the
uncle
same
also
thing.
blocked a lot of like the legal. Barry Hankerson, he was the one that he was responsible for blocking the distribution of her music on streaming sites. So it was also like an internal battle.
Got it. Okay.